For this third video, I've decided to go with a story that still haunts people to this very day. Imagine yourself travelling alone, exploring a city, staying in a hotel. Simple stuff. The halls are quiet, the building has an eerie charm, but something feels off. That creeping sense of dread follows you, lurking just behind the surface, but you dismiss it. After all, what could go wrong in a city that never sleeps? Well, Elisa Lam found out exactly what could, and her story is one of the most disturbing unsolved mysteries of the last decade. Allow me, if you would, to take you back to 2013, to downtown Los Angeles. Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old Canadian student, was on a solo trip across the US, part of her personal journey of self-discovery. She was bright, young, and full of potential. She documented her travels online like many of us do, but her final destination, the notorious Cecil Hotel, would become her last stop. The Cecil Hotel, well, it's just not your average place. It's a building steeped in a sinister past, once home to serial killers, suicides, and unsolved murders. But Elisa, she's just looking for a cheap place to stay. And she didn't seem to mind, at least, well, not at first. Elisa checked in on the 28th of January 2013. She had plans to visit nearby sites and keep in close contact with her family throughout the trip. But just days after arriving at the Cecil Hotel, her calls stopped, her social media went silent. Her family grew worried and contacted the LAPD. Elisa was officially missing. Now, you'd think in a busy hotel with hundreds of guests and staff, someone would have noticed something, but no one could account for her disappearance. It was as if she vanished into thin air. Days passed, and with each one, the mystery deepened. Then, a break in the case. About a week later, after Elisa was last seen, the police released footage from the hotel's elevator, or lift as we say correctly in the United Kingdom. What you're about to hear about is no ordinary surveillance clip. The video, now infamous across the internet, shows Elisa entering the elevator alone. At first, she seems normal, casually dressed, like any other hotel guest. But then, something shifts. She presses several buttons from the different floors, but the elevator doesn't move. The doors remain open. Elisa starts behaving erratically. She peeks out into the hallway, stepping out and looking from side to side, as if she's being followed. She quickly steps back in, hiding in the corner, almost as if she's playing some twisted game of hide and seek. But no one else is visible on camera. She continues to press the buttons, yet the elevator stays eerily still. Things start to get stranger. Elisa begins to make unusual hand gestures, moving her arms in bizarre, almost robotic motions. It looks like she's talking to someone, but again, no one else is there. At one point, she steps out of the elevator entirely and disappears from view. The doors finally close behind her, and that's the very last time we see Elisa Lam alive. Unsurprisingly, the strange footage sparked countless theories. Was Elisa hallucinating? Was she being chased by someone who wasn't caught on camera? Some speculate about paranormal activity, given the hotel's dark history, and of course, conspiracy theories ran wild. Was there a cover-up? Did someone tamper with the footage? But nothing added up. Despite numerous police searches, no trace of Elisa could be found in the hotel or the surrounding areas. Days turned into weeks, and with no leads, the case went cold and seemed to be at a standstill. Then came the gruesome discovery. A discovery so chilling it still sends shivers down the spines of anyone who lives in the area. Nearly 3 weeks after her disappearance, hotel guests began to complain about low water pressure, discoloured water, and a foul taste coming from the taps. Maintenance workers were sent to inspect the hotel's water tanks on the rooftop. What they found was unimaginable. Elisa's body was floating inside one of the tanks, decomposing for days. Now let's just pause here for a second. These water tanks were not easily accessible. The roof itself was locked, requiring special access. The tanks were large and had very heavy lids that would be difficult for almost anyone to open on their own. Yet Elisa was inside. How did she get there? Did someone put her there? And how was the lid closed afterwards? None of it made sense. The police launched a frantic investigation into her death, and the results were unsettling but offered no concrete answers. The autopsy ruled out signs of trauma, sexual assault or foul play, leading authorities to conclude that her death was likely accidental, caused by drowning. But that didn't make sense either, because if she was for some reason on the roof playing around with the tanks and accidentally fell in, who closed it? It doesn't make sense. But the real question remained, how did she end up in the tank? The theory put forward was that Elisa, who had a history of bipolar disorder, may have been experiencing psychotic episodes. Her family confirmed that she had struggled with mental health issues in the past, but that still didn't explain how she accessed the rooftop or why she would have entered the tank. It's not as if she would have gone for a midnight swim. Many couldn't accept this explanation. The circumstances were just too bizarre. The rooftop was locked, the tank was difficult to get into, and Elisa's behaviour in the elevator suggested something far more sinister. Could someone have been stalking her? Did the hotel's haunted past play a role? Or was it simply a tragic accident that could never be fully explained? Adding to the mystery is the fact that the Cecil Hotel has a reputation for being one of the most haunted buildings in Los Angeles. Over the decades, it has been the site of numerous suicides, unsolved murders, and housed serial killers like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. Many believe the hotel is cursed, that its dark history has left a permanent mark on the building. Could the hotel's sinister energy have played a role in Elisa's behaviour? Did she fall victim to something paranormal? Or was it just wrong place, wrong time? Now, let's step back for a moment. Imagine staying in the hotel knowing that somewhere behind the walls or beneath the floors a terrible tragedy has unfolded. Would you feel safe? Every creak, every gust of wind, every flickering light. Wouldn't it make you question what's lurking in the dark? Elisa's story isn't just about her death. It's about the fear of the unknown. It's about the dread that something could happen. Something beyond your very control, without you or your friends or your family ever understanding why. Elisa's last moments in the elevator, they leave a mark on anyone who sees them, because at the heart of this mystery is a terrifying thought. What if you're being watched, hunted by something invisible, and there's nothing you can do to stop it? The Elisa Lam case remains unsolved. Was it a tragic accident brought on by mental illness? Or was there something more sinister at play? Given everything you've heard, what do you think happened to Elisa Lam? Get in the comment section and let me know. As always, folks, this has been another video in the Halloween special series, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please hit that like button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. If you'd like to follow me on X, we can have conversations, or I'll tweet me, or whatever it's called, posting. How do you tweet someone who's not on Twitter anymore? You know what I mean. Follow me on X and we'll have some fun. Until next time, stay safe, keep watching the shadows, because you never know who might be watching. I promise it ain't me though.